This dual-type steel and flying Pokemon, known for its striking, armored appearance, can provide both offense and defense, making it a resilient and agile creature. However, it is renowned for its impressive durability, often acting as a protective wall against physical attacks. This unique combination of traits has made it a popular choice for trainers seeking a blend of defense and aerial dominance in battles. This is the Pokemon Skarmory. Despite it being a single stage Pokemon, Skarmory has carved its way as one of the best defensive mons in the games. But how did it become so damn tanky? Well, it was raised in extremely harsh conditions. Its nests were usually found in thorn bushes, so at a pretty young age, Skarmory's skin and feathers, they were constantly being tested and hardened due to the continual scratching, and that made the feathers as strong as iron. However, it is susceptible to rusting, so if it's raining or comes into contact with water, it's in danger, so that means it's usually tucked away, safe in its nest while it's raining. Additionally, Skarmory's armor plating does become dented and bashed and tattered from the elements and from repeated battles, such as the battles that it has against Corviknight, as they battle to see who the greatest flying taxi Pokemon is. Actually, they just have really epic aerial battles over territory. But like I was saying, because of the damage Skarmory takes, it is able to completely regrow its wings once a year. This process restores the cutting power and sharpness of the feathers, which, at their peak sharpness, are sharper than any sword forged by humans. It is said that in ancient times, warriors would use feathers that had fallen off of Skarmory as their blades and swords. So it is a popular Pokemon to include on heraldic designs. And even though Skarmory seems super heavy, because it's a steel type Pokemon, it looks just like a tank, its wings are actually hollow, and this allows it to fly at speeds close to 190 miles per hour. Now, having been raised in crazy harsh environments to toughen its body armor, this actually also seemed to influence and impact its overall personality and nature. That means Skarmory are cold-blooded, highly aggressive and territorial Pokemon that will engage in incredibly vicious battles over disputed land. And that's what I mentioned happens with Corviknight in the Galar region. They'll even rip off wings and feathers from their foes with their sharp beaks and talons, and this will send their opposing Pokemon plummeting and falling to the ground. Also, as a way to maybe battle or come into contact with stronger Pokemon and trainers, they'll steal and kidnap small defenseless Pokemon and essentially hold them as hostage. And like I said, that will bring out the stronger mons, and then they can have these epic battles. They've even been observed tearing off the limbs of weaker creatures or chasing them off of cliffs simply for fun. So Skarmory are like psychopaths. And I don't know why, if that's how they really are in the Pokemon world, why would anybody want to own this Pokemon? They're crazy. But in competitive play, they do remain high in usage due to their amazing typing, lots of resistances, amazing base stat total for their defense at 140, and then that coupled with their access to Roost, that gives them longevity, moves such as spikes or stealth rocks, iron defense, body press. It really does have the ability to physically wall the opposing team and put your team in a great position for the battle. Now, the origin and inspiration of Skarmory, there's some really, really awesome stuff in there. So obviously we can see connections to the pterodactyl. There are also a lot of similarities with the Andean condor and cranes, and these birds are held in high esteem in Japan. That's because they represent happiness, longevity, and good health. And the condors or cranes, their image is actually used to decorate a lot of different things in Japan. Well, wedding kimonos and then even New Year's decorations. And it's said that in Japanese folklore, the crane is seen as a messenger of the gods, and it can bring good luck and fortune to those who are blessed enough to see it. Other inspirations of Skarmory are going to be from the Alicanto, and this is a nocturnal mythological bird of the desert of Atacama, and this pertains to the Chilean mythology. And it's said that the Alicanto's wings shine at night with beautiful metallic colors. Their eyes can even emit strange lights and colors. And depending on the ore that it eats will impact and influence the color of the wings. So if it eats gold, then it shines gold. If it eats silver, then it'll shine silver. Other mythological creatures that might have inspired Skarmory are going to be metallic birds such as the Stymphalian birds. And this is going to be a group of monstrous birds found in Greek mythology. They're said to devour humans and had beaks made of bronze. Their feathers were sharp and metallic. Sounds like Skarmory, doesn't it? And those feathers could be thrown against their prey. And even their dung was poisonous. And they were created by the god of war, also known as Ares. Another metallic bird that might have inspired Skarmory was the Gagana. This is going to be a bird that had the ability to perform miracles. It had an iron beak and copper claws and was featured in Russian folklore. Additionally, there are resemblances to a wyvern. Now, the concept of Skarmory could also be a pun. So in Japanese, crane, you could say that as suru, and you could also reference this to a paper crane. And then the Japanese word for sword is tsurugi, and they have similar pronunciations. Also, the wings of Skarmory resemble a Japanese paper fan. Now, the name of Skarmory and the etymology of that is going to be a combination of sky and armory or armor, and it might also involve scar because it's going to leave scars all over your body once it slashes you with its wings. And there we have the Pokemon Skarmory. Honestly, I like Skarmory. For me, it is more toward the middle kind of my favorites. I like its design. I like that it's still usable and strong, even though it doesn't evolve. It is a single stage Pokemon. But I do have other favorites in each of the types. Flying types I prefer obviously Charizard. I prefer Honchkrow. Steel types I prefer Metagross. I prefer Duraludon. But overall, still a really solid Pokemon. Let me know your thoughts on Skarmory down in the comments below. While you're down there, if there's another Pokemon you want me to do, please let me know. If you're new to the channel, I would love it if you considered subscribing. It would mean a lot. We truly do appreciate all the support you give to the channel. Check out some of our other lore and Pokemon videos, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Peace.